What's up, my people? It's your girl with Tomboy Chronicles. I don't even know what I want to talk about today. I just feel like talking. Yes, I'm sorry. That's me listening to myself in the background. But anyway, I'm in between shifts right now. I'm working an event. I've been working all weekend long. Shout out to the people that love me and care about me because they put me up in this room because I had to, it was, it's just a stressful day, and, somebody looked out for me, and I really appreciate you seeing my hard work and knowing my struggles and things like that, and just looking out. It's those things like that where it makes the stuff that I go through a little bit more bearable. So I'm going through this transition right now where, when you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, where you want to be in your life. And I had an epiphany the other day. Tried to share it with somebody that I thought cared, but obviously they don't care about me. So I'm like, that's what they say, keep your stuff to yourself or whatever, manifest it or whatever you have to do. I had this epiphany. I had started going back and watching old shows that I've seen before because, I don't really pay too much attention to TV, so I just go back and watch shows like with a couple of seasons to them. So it's something I can just put on automatically. I don't have to think about, ooh, what I want to watch today, blah blah blah. So I went back and started watching 6 Feet Under. I don't know if y'all ever seen that. It's about a family-owned business, funeral home business, and at the beginning of every episode, it shows someone about to die. Not nothing really tragic. I mean, not every time, but just normal people's deaths, and then just give you a glimpse into somebody that passed away, and when they was born and when they died. And of course, they're taken to this funeral home, and then it's the storylines of all these people in this funeral home or in this business, or family and friends of these people in the business. And I was watching it, and I was like, almost every storyline I could relate to, whether it's somebody I knew or something that happened in my life or whatever. I got to the final season, and I got to the final episode. Mind you, I already seen this before, and my life is so busy and crazy. I'm watching this thing like it's brand new because I was like, man, I don't remember none of this. But anyway, get to the last episode. I forgot how prolific it was on the ending, and I had me thinking about what am I leaving behind? Who am I impacting? What will be said about me when I'm gone? And am I doing everything to make my life worth living? And I'm thinking about those things. I've done a lot of things. I feel like I've helped a lot of people. I've reached out to a lot of people, and I've been there for a lot of people in my life. And it's not a thing to keep record of, to remember, and things like that. So it was crazy how you got. I'll just give an example. I have 2 people that love and care about me. If I say I talk to 2 people that say they love and care about me, on one end, one person was like very negative about the things that I've done for others and stuff like that, and the other person was like, man, you need to sit down and write down anything that you think of that you've done for other people, so that you've impacted people's lives. And I was like, I don't really want to do that because I feel like that's arrogant to do that. He was like, so what? If you're sitting here saying that you don't know if you've done enough in your life so far, or what have you done, or do you don't feel like it's enough, you have to do those things for yourself. So I take that, what they said to me is like, you know what, you're right. We all should take an account for what we are doing in our lives and how we're impacting others. I told one of my workers yesterday, because they have a habit of saying everything they think off the top of their head. I was like, look, you don't have to say everything you think. Stop sometimes, but you got to think about your surroundings, the other people that you're working with. Is this something that's going to be helpful to the other people that I'm working with? Is this something that's appropriate to be saying in a work environment? there's a young person who's 15, 16 years old. So it's like, trying to tell these kids, hey, look, everything is like, oh my God, life is over. We got to do extra work, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, just because you think it, you don't have to say it. Crazy part about it is it's adults out here that I work with that got to say something every time they think something, say something inappropriate in front of, different people and things like that. So it's telling them, watch what you say. Think before you speak. How will it impact those around me? Is it going to be a positive impact? If it's not going to be a positive impact, don't say anything. So just thinking that over the past couple of years, I put a lot of energy into the growth of others, and I kind of put the growth of myself to the side on the back burner. And now I'm at the point where, yes, do good, be there for others, but you still have to grow yourself. So it's nothing wrong with taking a step back and being selfish and saying, hey, it's about me. It's my time. I've given all that I can give. It's time for me to take a break, let somebody else take the mantle right now, to develop others. And while I regroup and focus on my visions and my goals and what I want for myself. I'm blessed to have businesses that are thriving and still thriving and able to keep a roof over my head and food in my belly, still able to travel, still have a vehicle to drive, still able to have relationships with my family and friends. And it's like you're truly blessed. And it's like, it's okay to take a step back and regroup and reevaluate and say, hey, where am I going to be in the next 5 years? Am I pouring back into myself to make sure those things are happening? When you're an empath, you end up being more concerned by someone else's well-being than your own. And what happens is you start tearing down yourself and breaking down until you're nothing and you have nothing and you're scatterbrained. So I just want to say, get that self-love. And selfish is not a bad word. It's not, and it's necessary to sometimes be selfish and take a step back. If you're surrounding yourself with people that don't see your value and is constantly talking down to you, being disrespectful to you, that really don't care or love about you, and you're giving them your energy, your time, your care, cut them off. The problem I have is like I have a hard time cutting people off because I always want to do it the right way. I always want to end in peace and harmony. I always still want to stay friends, but distant myself and take these things back. And that, that could be confusing to whoever it is you're trying to cut off, because they're like, oh, this person really is not cutting me off. They still around. They're still this, they're that. It's just, I don't want to be nasty about it. But in some instances, you don't have to be nasty. Just cut and dry. Don't answer your phone. Don't show up. Don't respond. Move on with your life. You owe no one nothing. You come into this world alone. You have to leave this world alone. You have to face God alone. So what they think about you doing what's best for your life and what's healthy for you and helpful for you, who cares what they think? They're not going where you're going anyway. So just want to say that, love yourself, love who you are. Now, if you out here just being trash to people all the time, come on now, you gotta get it together too. You gotta be better. It's nothing to say no politely. Don't take advantage of people. Don't steal. Don't lie. Don't disrespect. You got to live your life, because what you notice is something my dad said that sticks with me. He was like, you got to watch when you go to people's houses. You watch how they keep their house. That's how they keep their temple. So if they got a messy house, sloppy house, nasty house, that's probably what their spirit is like. If they're scattered all over the place, no organization, no functionality, there's no real rhyme or reason, that's probably how they function in life. Just what it is. Now, if someone's organized, they keep the house clean, they're probably keeping themselves clean and keeping themselves organized, and they're keeping themselves on track. You know, you walk in their house, they're playing gospel music. When you walking in, they probably trying to get right with their spirit. Whether they're successful at it or not, they're making an attempt by keeping that energy going. If they playing a lot of negative music and a lot of negative TV, a lot of negative things, they're probably constantly thinking negative. So, you know, that's the first thing you can peep when you deal with people. How do they keep their house? And then you'll see how they're keeping their house. So just live your life to the best you can. Love each other, and as always, you know, I love you guys, and I do these things to, one, free myself and remind myself of things and what's good in life, and hopefully it touches someone else in these little ways, just doing these, you know, 10-minute videos just to, you know, reach out to somebody who's going through the same thing they might can relate, or whatever the case may be. I hope it does. If it's not helpful, you know, skip on by it, keep it moving. You know, if it is helpful, you know, I hope you take it and you hold on to it and listen to it again and remind yourself you are worth more. You are more. Just love yourself more than you love anybody else in this world, because if you can't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? So I love you guys. See you next time on Tomboy Chronicles.